So today we're going to be talking about Mason Mount. He is now the Manchester United's marquee signing, it seems, of the window. He's been given the number 7 shirt, and many have said he is, in fact, Eriksen's replacement for the Red Devils. Now, I'm going to be discussing this point by point and actually detailing where I see issues with the transfer and where I love the transfer. Of course, I am Baha from the Urban Ballers and I am a Manchester United fan. Those of you who follow the Urban Ballers will know that. Those of you who don't follow, please do subscribe and don't be a bell. For those of you that are already followed, click that notification bell right away. And now let me get into this. Why do I think Mason Mount is a great signing? He is exactly the type of player Ten Hag wants. I was saying early in the season, I'm going to link a video here right now for you, that he's exactly the type of player for Klopp because he was linked with Liverpool earlier in the season. It seemed like Ten Hag has worked his magic. Ten Hag has shown the interest in Mason Mount. And what I said to one of our wonderful fans, one of our Urban Ballers Liverpool fan friends, I told him at Anfield that Mason Mount would be absolutely perfect for his team if he wasn't overpriced. Now, did he come to Manchester United overpriced? I don't think so. Around £60 million is the full fee. That is well priced for a 24 age player. Also a player who, since his debut for Chelsea, has started more games than anyone, scored more goals than anyone, assisted more than anyone, played more minutes than anyone since his debut. That is absolutely amazing for Mason Mount. And again, amazing for Klopp's type of football. Very good for Manchester United. But is he Eriksen's replacement? For me, I don't think so. I don't think he's directly Eriksen's replacement. He will play ahead of Eriksen in the bigger games, the games where we need his work rate off the ball. He is an upgrade on Fred, like many have correctly said. He is someone who's got that high pressure, who's got that high energy, who's got everything to offer in pressing the ball, off the ball work, but then he comes with a bit more, or in some instances, a lot more technical capabilities than our boy Fred. So again, a big upgrade on Fred, but he's a very different player to Eriksen. So in some games, they might even play together. In some games, Bruno might come out to the right-hand side, and it will be Mason Mount that plays in the number 10. In some instances, Mount might go to the wing, Bruno stays in the 10, Eriksen will play where we need that control of the ball. Against the smaller teams, they're going to be low blocks. Eriksen has absolutely transformed Manchester United in that regard. Him and Casemiro with Bruno alongside them in that midfield. I don't think there's many better midfields in the world at unlocking teams. So do I think Mount is better than Eriksen at that? No. But what I do believe is that Mount is above average at most attributes that he has. And that is the best thing about him. He's an all-rounder. He's got most of the attributes that you need as a midfielder, as a forward playing player, which is amazing for Ten Hag. I think it's a step in the right direction. But is he worthy of that number 7 shirt? Now, that is the big question where Manchester United fans, some of them are very happy with it. Some of them are a bit concerned. What I would say is we cannot see him. Manchester United fans cannot see him as the Cristiano Ronaldo. We can't see him as the George Best. We can't see him as Eric Cantona, as a David Beckham. He is an amazing player, but he's not a showstopper like those players. He's going to show Manchester United fans, and he's going to earn that number 7 shirt with his work rate, with his energy, with his pressure, with, yes, goals and assists, but nowhere near the numbers of the players that we have mentioned. He's not that kind of player. He is an upgrade on Fred, and that is the best thing we can say about him. And many Manchester United fans are divided about Fred, but the will say is that he will play every minute, every challenge, every dribble, every sprint, every moment. He will give it all for that red shirt. Mason Mount will do that. And let me just end by saying, what a loss. What an absolute loss for Chelsea. They have absolutely bottled this. Bowley, you've bottled this. Chelsea, you've bottled this. Every Poch, I would say, you've even bottled this. What a player that you should have had. That is the player, the first player I would keep at Chelsea. Not that I'm the biggest Mount fan, just purely because of the fact that he is Chelsea and Chelsea all the way through. He will give everything for that badge. And yes, he has a lot of great qualities and he would get into most teams. I think for Chelsea's team, he should start every game. If he stayed, he'd start most games. Same for Manchester United. He should start most games. If he was at Liverpool, he'd start every game because their midfield's very, very shaky. If he was at Man City, maybe that's a different kettle of fish. That's a different level of team. If he was at Arsenal, if he was signed ahead of Havertz, for example, for example, I reckon he'd start most games as well for Arsenal. So he would start for the best teams in England and probably in Europe just because of how consistent he is. But for the Chelsea fans, obviously he's their boy. He's their guy. So it's even more reason that he'd give everything for that badge. So Bowley, you fluffed it, but as a Man U fan, I'm very happy you've given Mason Mount to us. But is that number 7 shirt, is that a step too far? Yes, we're showing him we're really eager about him coming to play. Yes, we're showing him we love you, Mason. Come and play for Manchester United. Is that number 7 the right decision? Tell us in the comments below, because remember, it's not just my opinion that counts, not just the rest of those professional pundits' opinions that counts. You yourself are an urban baller. Also, your opinion on the game does matter. Let us know in the comments below how important this signing is. Is he right for the number 7 shirt? And is he here to take Eriksen's place? Or is there ways for them to play together? Let us know in the comments. And again, remember, if you're new, please subscribe and don't be a bell. Click that notification bell and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.